There's an episode.
Welcome, my friend. You are listening to Walking the Room. I think we got to start with a high. Maybe we got to go high energy.
There's an episode of Star Trek that
I don't like that. Did you go to the movie this weekend?
No, I don't care. I don't.
Well, you love Chris Pine. I don't understand you.
No, I don't like. I hate.
You love Chris Pine.
I don't like the new Star Trek.
I love the new Star Trek movie.
It's just stupid. Like it's like a Transformer.
No, it's amazing. Look,
it's literally written by the guy who did Transformers.
I understand, but the trailer is perfect because you know what it is. It's about community.
The trailer looks great. What are you talking about? It's about community.
I'll explain to you.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Beginning of the trailer. Let me just say this: at the beginning of the trailer, he's like, "I'm going after this guy," right? Mm-hmm. Complete self will run riot. He fucking runs. He's running the show, and he's going after this motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And everybody else is like, I don't know if this is a good idea. Mm-hmm. And then they get there, and right in the middle of the fucking trailer, he turns to the crew and goes, I'm sorry. Like, I fucked up. I got us into this. Well, and you know what? The community gets him out. That's all life is.
Do you have anything to offer me drink-wise?
Yes. Would you like a beverage?
Yeah, this is Walking the Room. You're listening to Walking the Room. I'm Dave Anthony.
Greg Barron.
That's Greg Barron. On Tuesday...
We do a podcast. Tuesday, we're going to do it live.
May 21st in Los Angeles. Meltdown, 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Now, listen to me. I don't even know how much more bang you want for your buck. We have Dana Gould, who's seriously one of the worst comedians to ever walk up to a microphone.
God, he's awful.
And then we wanted to go one step worse. Looks like Jimmy Pardo's going to join us.
Yeah, it looks like Pardo's going to be there. So that's disappointing, but we're going to, we'll make the best of it. Right now, we got like 4.5 tickets sold.
We sold 4.5 tickets. One guy offered to pay half, but only half.
And he's only going to send a hat.
But he's only a fan of Dave's. So when I talk, he's not going to listen, just like Dave.
He has his special headphones. There will be special headphones you can put in every time Greg starts talking. And that's pretty great.
They're made of sweaters. We were just talking about
this. We're talking more about the
Star Trek movie.
Here's the deal. I think those guys are shitty writers.
The guys that wrote the Star Trek movie.
Yeah.
And
they're the Transformer guys. They're just shitty writers. I don't think they've ever done anything good. And I don't like the tone they create.
See, I don't mind
in the first movie when Simon Pegg transports himself into a pipe.
Yep.
I'm like, just go fuck yourself.
That was hilarious.
Go fuck yourself.
He accidentally got into a pipe.
Terrible. It's just terrible.
I love it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, that you're going to find, and I think you'll realize this probably sooner than I did because I have girls. But all of a sudden, you can go see any action or cartoon movie you want because your kids want to go. So my girls are steeped in. They've seen all the Marvel movies. And you see it differently then. And so we're going to do Star Trek tonight, the original one on, we'll Netflix it, and then we'll go and see the other one next weekend. So I get to go, like there's no bunnies in the movies I'm going to right now. There are no,
that's fine.
There's no, and I like those. Oh, you know what else I also like? I have a Jones for Benedict Cumberbatch. Like I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
And Sherlock is one of the best series. I love it. Oh God, I love it.
I try to get into it, but I just
love
didn't.
It. And you don't love him?
I do. I really enjoy him. I don't know why his character in that I found it like too quirky. I couldn't keep watching it. It was just like I don't know.
How many did you watch?
I watched 3.
You watched the first 3? Yeah. All right. Well, that's a fair because those are an hour and a half apiece. Mm-hmm. So that's you gave it a solid shot.
I didn't get all the way to the third one. I got like halfway and I went, I'm done.
We love it. And I love Martin Freeman.
I don't know who that is.
I love the English.
I love the English. I love that. I'm obsessed with English comedy right now. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right.
I do English comedy. I do my comedy in English.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, sure.
You're talking about people that speak in English.
No.
People who speak English words into a microphone, which I do. I do the King's English.
People are from the Elven Island of England.
How many fans do you think we have over there? I know for a fact we have.
It's not great, but it's not. We're not Rob,
MC Fontaine.
We're not Rob Delaney. but we've got some numbers.
I talked to Rob. I just saw him at the Bottle Rock Festival where where people came out and were fucking cool.
Oh, people did come out and they were cool?
They were cool.
I like how you descriptively break it down.
Here's the thing. I did a show. Can I tell you something? So all they kept saying, I'm going to be honest with you, all they kept saying is every single one of these shows is sold out. Every one of them has been packed. The tent's been packed. And I'm going, well, ready for everyone to take a break.
Let's empty the tent.
And they filled up. It was fantastic. Right. And there were cuddlers, customers, and regular folks.
Yeah.
But I talked to Delaney, and I said, because his show was on after mine, and I asked him how England was, and he goes, it took a while. Here's the thing I like about Rob Delaney.
It took a while for him to figure it out?
Yeah, and here's the thing I like about Rob Delaney. He's gotten very big from Twitter, and one could imagine that a guy like Rob could get a big head or whatever, because he's sort of a cause celeb. Mm-hmm. Totally honest about everything that's going on in his career.
Yeah.
Completely every time I think you're going to be, I bet you've turned into an arrogant asshole. Not even kind of. He's like, I did okay.
He hasn't changed at all.
No, and he's like, I did okay, or I didn't do well, or I wish I could have done better, or my stand-up. Like, he's never...
But how bad would the person be who got a big head because of Twitter?
Well, because
how much of a cunt would that human...
don't you think there's a sort of an applied arrogance in his tweets? There's something... And he's also a super smart guy, and he writes, from a sort of erudite place every once in a while, but he...
Don't ever use the word erudite on the podcast.
I'm going to... And a certain... Are we?
You're listening to The Dollop. I'm Dave Anthony.
Let's not
made a transition.
Come on. Anyway, you're obsessed with things. So he said he went there, and he said it took him a while to get it. And he said he got it. He thinks he got it by the end.
Yeah, there's...
And our friend Will's going to be there for a run.
Yeah, Will Anderson is going to be in London.
Like 3 weeks from now.
I don't even think it's 3 weeks from now. I think it's sooner than that. It's like 2 weeks from now. Okay. Or maybe even a week from now.
Okay.
Yeah, go check out Will. He's doing a big theater there for 2 weeks.
In Soho.
So Will was the one who so I've been obsessed with Dylan Moran for
just real quick.
While.
If you go to Will's show and you get a picture of yourself with him and you're wearing a Walking the Room t-shirt, we'll send you a free t-shirt.
What?
Yeah, in England. If you get a photo of yourself,
that's a lot of money
Will,
you're just throwing away.
I'm not because who's going to fucking wear a Walk in the Room T-shirt in public and then go stand next to Will?
I think that's the stupidest decision.
Nope.
You haven't even brought it up with your business partners.
You know what? Fuck them. I'm going ahead with this. I'm saying
this comes out of your.
I'll take it out of
your
my
share.
Okay. I love our English. I love England.
We
are sitting on the Union Jack right now.
Shitting. So. So I've been obsessed with Dylan Moran, and he came, he's got 4 1 hours out.
Is he,
but
is he British?
He's Irish. Uh-huh. He lives in Scotland. Uh-huh. He's got a wife and 2 kids. He was on a show called Black Books.
Okay.
He's been in Shaun of the Dead and I think the Run, Fat Boy Run, was that what it was called?
Uh-huh. Yep.
So he's in those. He's a funny actor.
You mean with Simon Pegg, the guy that got caught in a pipe?
He got caught. What?
He got caught in a pipe.
Yeah, the pipe guy. Yeah. Oh man, he's doing actually a whole movie about a guy who gets caught in a pipe on a spaceship. It's going to be great.
Oh my god, pipe ship?
Yeah, pipe ship.
Smell the lemon.
I'm in the pipe. We can't fix it. I'm in a pipe. Was that? What was that?
Even.
Was that Irish? What was that?
It seemed like it was Muslim.
It comes out. Well, the thing is,
like that Muslim. You know that screaming they do? That whatever that is.
It's because I'm tapping into the emotion of the character.
Yeah.
So I've been obsessed with him for a little while, and I went to see him at Largo.
How would you describe it? It's storytelling.
Oh God, how would I describe? I feel like Dylan Moran does something completely different than other people. He just stands at the mic and he just talks, and he talks for an hour, and it's not. He's not a storyteller. It's just talking about life, and it's more general observations, but. He frames them as general observations, but you can tell they're truly personal. Uh-huh. But he also is very descriptive about other. He describes the Scottish people, or he's very the way he uses language is fantastic. Mm-hmm. He doesn't talk. American comedians are trying to kill, and they're kind of dumbing it down a lot, and they're trying to come up with that bit. But he's not trying to come up with bits.
Would
It's
you
just
say?
an overall thing.
Would you say they're trying to dumb it down, or do you think that they're trying to do it like the emotional bypass, where I'm just going to get to the joke? Because I feel like,
emotional
I feel
bypass.
Like, I have to feel like the word craft. I feel like stand-ups now are like, I think there's a lot of great stand-up going on right now. I think there's a lot of guys that are really good at the craft of stand-up. I don't know that I want to watch them do an hour. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, there's guys that when you watch them do a 10-minute set somewhere, you go, God damn it, that was amazing. But then you go, I don't know what an hour of that is, only because when you unfold something after a while, it's, you know what I mean? It'd be like if the Ramones came up and just did one song and you went, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Well, I think I think that because they come out of the one-man show world, they have to...
Right.
It has to be something else
that's
involved
a weird thing.
in the mix.
So if our listener doesn't quite understand this, in England you don't. There are a handful, but there's not like improvs everywhere where people go to work on the weekends the way we do. They don't. They're not going through the club system. They go through the theater.
Well, I think there are some club systems, but it's like there are some club comics there, but
for the most part, it's festivals and then one-man shows.
Yeah,
and so you're always like, even at the beginning of your career, before you're even ready, you have to prepare an hour. And if you do that hour, and it's okay, it doesn't matter, because the next year, if you're going to do, you have to have
another
new hour.
hour.
So it's sort of like I guess what Louis is sort of the parameters Louis put on himself, where you're coming up with a new hour, but it can't just be stand up. It has to be thematic.
But it can be stand up. But that's the thing is, some guys just do stand up, are just making a killing in.
Right.
One man shows in Australia.
I know, but I don't want Arj to talk about himself for an hour because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
There'd just be a lot about fucking.
And his skin problems.
And walking around his giant house. And then there's a guy named Carl Barron, I believe. I hope I got that right. Australian guy. Just does observational stuff. Mm-hmm. Very funny. And he doesn't talk about himself. He just goes up and talks about walking on the... One of his last specials called Walking on the Street. And it's just him talking about stuff that he observes. And it's hilarious. It's not even close to a one-man show, but he's also one of the top Australian comedians.
But if he took it to the Schomburg Improv on a Friday night, how would he do?
Great.
You think so?
Yeah. I do. He's one of the only
without
ones.
people knowing him at all.
Well, yeah, okay, maybe. I think he'd do fine.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing about these guys.
I don't think Dylan Moran could come in and do clubs in the States and do well. But nor should he. Here's my point. I don't think I want to strive for that.
Well, I know that that's sort of like on some level, just in terms of like the way they've set themselves up. I mean, Tompkins has tried very hard to definitely not be in clubs,
right?
Which is an admirable thing. However, there isn't a lot of work on the road for not in clubs, unless you're super famous. The problem is we don't do small theater runs, or it's not. You can't make money doing it. I don't know. I mean, unless you're a guy,
you can. But here's the deal: in
a van.
If you're say Dylan Moran, you could write a one man show and then go, out of that, I could probably shave 20 minutes and have it be an act for the clubs.
Right.
You could straddle both lines.
Right.
I think Pat might be the closest we have to that.
But that might be going backwards. See, that's the problem I've always had is like. When I did Mantastic, I was like, this is what I do. I do sort of long-form storytelling with thematic long-form story. But there's no place for me to do Mantastic. And if I had gone into a comedy club on a Friday night with my toaster, I'd have the shit kicked out of me.
Right.
And then, but I wanted to work, and then I tried to, like, Uncool was sort of like in a way, like half storytelling, half, there was a point to it. It was thematic. It was an hour about being old, but it was jokey and it was clubby. But I find I get really burned out on the club, like, when you do a bit in a club over and over and over again, you tend to burn out on it, and it is boring. And also, half the time, I was explaining this to someone the other day. Half the gigs you do are just to pay the bills, and then there's the great ones.
Yeah,
and
I would say more than half. More than half. I think 75% of them are to pay the bills, and 25% are like, well, this is fun.
This is great.
And you can explore and do more shit in those rooms, but at the end of the day, most of your gigs are paying the rent, and it's not enjoyable.
Yeah, it's hard.
But here's the thing. The internet is changing it.
Right.
And
how so?
Tompkins,
what does that mean?
Well, Tompkins did change a model here in the States. He did create a new model, the Tompkins model. And you're saying there's not...
Right.
You're saying there's not... But as you've always said, 1,000 fans in each city, and you're good to go.
Yep.
You can just go in there and do a rock club and leave, and you can do that once a year. You can also sell a lot of shit online now.
Right.
So you can make a living. Like when you did Fantastic, that was it. Who
That
was
was it.
going to
It ran twice on
go up
HBO.
online and then you were going to get fan base? No, now you can get a fan base online and move forward.
Right.
So that model has changed.
Right.
So I am currently obsessed with Stuart Lee.
Yeah, I know Stuart.
You do know him?
He's a friend. He's an acquaintance. He was with Avalon, and I met him in the early days when I first went to. When Moon and I went to Zappa and I went to Montreal together. We flew together, went to the Montreal Festival, and we did the first alternative room.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart Lee interviewed us, and
interesting.
and I thought he was a little bit of a dick, and he was a little bit of a dick to me.
He is a little bit of a dick.
Well, hang on though. Then my managers they merged with Avalon, and they're like, you got to become friends with Stuart Lee. He loves music or whatever, blah blah. So we were always being told to be friends, and I finally met him, and we hung out one night, and he's fucking great. He's like a real comic. He's a really interesting dude, super smart and very sweet, very very sweet. Much like if you read his books or you hear his stand up, he seems more. It's like the Tom Morello model. You think Tom Morello is one way because of his politics and stuff, and then you hang out with him. Like, he just wants to talk about 8-Sided Die and Zakk Wylde. Like he doesn't. And Stuart Lee is just a sweet, smart but sweet guy.
Very smart. So I'm sort of obsessed with his comedy because it's the first time I've never felt like out there's anyone who does what I feel like I can do in my head. Does that make sense?
Yep. No, yes, I do.
And Stuart Lee is the first time I went, oh, wait a minute. There is a model for what I want to do. And I'm 45 and I just figured that out.
That's all right.
Which can be fine. That's why I'm now thinking about trying to do a one-man show at Melbourne.
Oh, it's absolutely, you absolutely have to do it.
And because I think that it's the first time I'm ever like, fuck. Like, it literally is like a light bulb has switched in my head. And, like, I went up, I've done a few sets around town, and from the minute I started reading this book and went and looked at his stand-up, I'm having different sets.
Have you listened to his Marin?
No.
It's fucking great.
Okay.
I highly recommend any comic listening to this go listen to Stuart Lee's Marin because he quit.
It's me.
He fucking quit. It's me too. And then came back and found some love. That's the one thing I've actually just started to notice recently. And I know I was going to say this, and I don't want to talk about me, but when I was when the last 3 shows I've done, more people have showed up. And what it is there's a lot of people that were little that watched me.
Oh, interesting.
And they think it's cool what I do.
Yeah.
And so younger people are coming out because they saw me or they remembered me or they liked me. I was one of their first comics that they liked or whatever. And they like whatever that is that I do.
Yeah.
And I think he sort of found the same thing, you know. But he also is just... It's just real what's happening.
It's real.
There's 2 ways of doing show business. And it's you mold to them or they mold to you. Now, there's nothing wrong with
I feel like I've been molding to them.
Well, look... When you mold to them, you become the guy that hosts Dancing with the Stars.
Although I feel like I would say this. I feel like I'm halfway between molding to them and molding to me. I'm not like my album. I think my album, if you listen to it, it's you could literally go, well, his feet are in both places, which is fine. But for me, it doesn't feel like completely there.
But I think you and I, that's something I think you and I both feel because I felt that same way too of like, that's what I said when I was talking to Will the other day about TED Talks. When I watch a TED Talk, the impetus is on the information, not the comedy. Yeah. And that's why when people are funny on there, they seem uproarious. But at the end, there is this is my experience, and I'm transferring this idea because I want you to have it.
Yeah.
And that shit turns me on. That's why if there was anything that fueled a little bit of He's Just Not That Into You was, hey, there's this thing I know and I should tell you about it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to spend the rest of my life pointing my finger at people and telling them what to do, but I wouldn't mind performing that.
But shouldn't that have been a one-man show that came and went, and then you moved on to the next thing? That's the problem with problem with what it was, is that it kept going, and people kept trying to squeeze every little fucking thing out of it they could. Everybody was trying to squeeze more out of it, and it should have been a thing that you did a year, and then you moved on to the next thing.
That's right. You moved on to the next thing, and had that experience or whatever. And that's right, like a show.
Right.
Exactly. So now... are you going to try and do a show here?
Well, I'm trying to change my stand-up right now.
Yeah, well, you should put some comedy in.
Yeah, I'm going to try to put a little bit of comedy in it.
Can you use a microphone?
I'm going
this
to talk
time?
a lot about the quiz and what's going on there, you know?
Faggots and shit.
That's the deal, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I get it.
What the fuck is up with that? Like,
with
so
these
that's
guys.
what my stand-up's going to be now. I'm going to be like, what, you want to fuck another dude?
I'm going to do a one-man show where I do a lot of characters like John Leguizamo, but I'm going to do them as John Leguizamo. Greg Barron is John Leguizamo's character.
So what I'm saying is that what I've taken away from Stuart Lee is I want to be really homophobic and racist. Like, I want to be the real me, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so I had this bit that I was working on, really trying to make work, because I part of what I want to do is, have been wanting to do since the album ended, is talk about more intelligent stuff, and stuff that I care about that's a bigger thing, and one of those things is how corporations are just fucking, taking over and insane. But I had this small bit about how and you can hear it on Clap Your Hands. I did it on the podcast. I think it's called Clap Your Hand. Put your hands together.
Put your hands together?
Put your hands together. I just did it this week.
Put your hand together.
Put your hand together.
Reassemble your...
Take your hand apart, put it together.
Is what the show's called.
And I did the set on there, but I had been working on it for a month and a half and not working. And then I read this Stuart Lee book and I went and listened to his stuff, and then I just went, I'm trying to make a bit instead of just being myself.
So,
and then I went up and did it, and I did it at the Improv in front of Patton, and it killed. Mm-hmm. And I did it at that Clap Your Hands. So I did it at UCB, and then I did it at the Ice House, and it went well in all three places. And those are three very different.
Right.
Like, usually that stuff works in one place and not the other, right? But it worked in all three because I was completely just letting myself be myself,
right,
and not try to build a bit. Going in with like, I'll just talk about it.
It's a very hard thing to let yourself do that. And when I did the thing at Bottle Rock, I looked at the crowd. I'm like, I don't know a lot of these people, and it was a rock show, and I'm like, all right.
I like to go out before I go on stage and just look at the audience and go, I don't know a lot of these people.
Well, no. Look, it's not that I'm a genius. It's that anyway, I was doing material, and then in the middle of it, it was clear. I came out defensively because I was like, I don't know how the fuck this is going to go.
I've done that. Yeah,
I'm doing material, and I even started with the Shane Wallace stuff because I was like, well, it's a rock
old
concert.
School, yeah.
I went old school. Then I went right into the stuff about the girls, and then I started talking about Angelo. But I did this thing where I was like, all right, I'm just going to break. And I've said this a few times. I think I did this when I was with Brian, opening for Brian. I did that show with Brian the other night. I was like, I'm just going to talk about this, and it's not done. I don't have. This is going to end,
and that's
this is going to end.
You have to give yourself permission to do that.
I go, this is going to end, and you're not going to know what happened. But the ride is fun.
Yeah.
And then I started. This is the thing I talk about. Angela ordering a drink, kids temp. But the discovery I made on stage, which is something I want to talk about, is I'm like, every generation gets better and so much worse. So like your generation, and I'm speaking to kids that are in their 20s and 30s, like you're less racist than we are, and we're not that racist. You're way more aware of the world. I think you're better educated, and if not, you have Wikipedia, so you can fucking brush up on your things like that. But you are the most genteel, sackless, like this is the pussiest. And I go, this is coming from a guy who wears eye cream.
Hey, look, if you guys enjoy a band called Imaginary Dragons. Or Imagine Dragons
and Tame Impala,
that's like listening to a bunch of Powder Puffs do music. You can't call your band Imagine Dragons. No one can take that seriously. It's not. There's no edge to it.
I blame Dave Eggers, but But anyway, so I had this discovery on stage of like, oh, this is where that's a zone for me. This is an area where I have, where you go, oh, I can talk about this. And people will listen to me talk about this because I have a place in time, and
also it doesn't fucking matter if you fail there.
It doesn't matter if here's the other thing I realize now. It doesn't matter if I fail at all. I'm already so far down the path.
That's what I realized. It doesn't matter if I go up and tank. Well, because I've been going out trying to pick up trying to prove myself every fucking set, and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, you don't need to just prove yourself to who? You already have no audience. Like, what are you doing?
Right, exactly. And plus the thing, and I've said this before, and this is true of both Louis and, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Chris Rock in the early stages of a bit, but he literally goes on stage with nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
And leaves with you going, Jesus.
Yeah, that was terrible. Generally
good.
You watch Chris Rock work on a bit in a club, and you're like, ooh, okay, good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah. And then because he gives himself the permission to like fail or go, I'm going to try this, whereas
because it's more like I have to hear myself say it out loud, and it's got nothing to do with the fucking audience. The audience is just sitting there. It doesn't matter that they're there, really. He's just saying it out loud,
right,
to hear it.
Yeah. And actually, at this point for Chris Rock, it doesn't matter if the audience is there or not. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. So I have. It's weird to me at this, and maybe it is. Like, I felt like I found my voice before. Maybe I didn't.
I don't know that that's a place you ever arrive at. I think that you find you have those moments of like
more clarity and more clarity.
Dude, the Uncool was put into development 4 different times by 2 different networks.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm home, and then I got lost.
Yeah.
And I've been lost for a long time. I like some of the stuff on That Guy from That Thing, but I'm like, I don't know where I am. I just literally, I watch that thing and I go, that's a funny bit. Now you're trying to get, there's just no point of view. There's no through line.
That's also a big thing. My bits generally are void of a point of view. A lot.
I don't know. I think you're being hard on yourself. I don't agree because I think you also forget that when you walk on stage, just as you,
I have a point of view.
People layer a point of view on you too. Yeah. Like when you start talking about your kids, it's like, well, this isn't going to be. This is not Jack Gallagher talking about his kids.
Right.
Like this is.
Jack, you went to Jack Gallagher?
Well, Jack Gallagher was
that was like 80. You went to like 83 or 84. So you went to an obscure comedian from San Francisco in 83, 84.
80. Well, no, he got bigger than that.
Did he?
Was around. Yeah, he had a series. He came down here. They gave him the Jack Gallagher show, and it got canceled, and he went away.
Yeah, but it never went anywhere.
He had Rollins Jaffe was his.
Well then
he had
okay then.
What was it, Woody Allen and Robin Williams and.
So anyway, I want everyone to go buy Stuart Lee.
Yeah, definitely get his.
It's a high standard to.
But also,
it's a high thing to.
He also struggled. Like I remember seeing him in Aspen, and he just did.
He talks about it in his book,
where he does this the Ang Lee thing. He does this.
The Ang Lee thing is so fucking funny. That's actually something on YouTube.
But that's like early days David Cross, where you go, I'm going to just do this thing, and I'm going to. If I make people angry, I'm going to keep going. And I'm not going to... Whereas now, it's not like he's placating the audience. There's a different thing between, I'm going to shove this bit at you, and this is what I do, and hopefully you'll dig it.
Yeah. There's a big difference between that.
There's a big difference between, this is the comedy I'm stuck doing because I'm me, and this is me showing you...
Well, David was probably closer to that than anybody else, David and Gene, because we watched them tank at the Improv. But how many fucking times?
I always thought David was funny.
I always thought
David was funny.
Yeah.
Because he would tank with things, I'm like... You're just doing a long form sketch in front of people without other actors. Like you're, like he fucking, he's one of those guys that like no matter what he does makes me laugh. He's always made me laugh.
But so I don't know. I feel better. I'm writing the one man show. I'm just writing to see what comes out.
Yeah,
I sort of know what it's going to be about. My anger.
Yeah. That's.
And then, I'll see if I can get in. First of all, I have to get into the festival. And then, I'll see if it works out time-wise, because I have some things.
Is it going to be called Dave Anthony Presents His Anger?
No. Could you imagine? That'd be amazing.
I kind of like that, actually. Dave Anthony Presents His Anger.
I kind of want to call it the Mason.
And you're just holding like a big box?
I kind of want to call it the Mason Preoccupation.
The Mason Preoccupation?
Craig Mazin, who writes the Hangover 2 and 3 movies.
Oh my God! Really? Mm-hmm. I can't. Are you excited about 3?
Oh my God! What the fuck is happening there?
Right, we'll come back.
Welcome back to Bug in the Room. If anybody's wondering why I didn't know about those English comedians previously, it's because America is full of self-obsessed twats. Go ahead.
Oh my God! Well, here is in lessons of self-obsession. So everybody knows that the band is making a record. We're very close to finishing at least the first
Jesus
5 songs.
Christ, I mean,
It's it's a process.
take your fucking time.
It's a process.
I could have knocked out an album in a week.
It's a process. I know. So I'm driving home from Bumbershoot and not Bumbershoot to the Bottle Rock Festival, and I get a text from Mike, and he says, "Let's be Seth Meyers' band."
Seth Meyers.
He's getting the show after Fallon. He's getting the late.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's getting late night with Seth Meyers. And I was like, "Oh, that's a funny idea." Blah 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 blah. So I said, "Oh shit, I'll call my manager and I'll let him know. I'll say, hey, what do you know about this? I have no idea how those things happen. I think now that the Roots are with the band on Fallon, the precedent might change, and maybe people are going for a name band, whatever. But it can't hurt to check it out, because how great would that job be?
I mean, yeah.
And then I'd be a fine person to bounce people off, a la Paul Schaefer, because I've been in comedy.
I don't know about that.
I think I'd be pretty great at it. I'd be really fucking good at it.
It got disappointing.
I think it'll be hilarious at it. So anyway, I called my manager and I said, "Hey, you find out about everything you can about this." And I had Mike check on his end, and then on Friday, my manager goes, "Get a package together." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like sweaters and stuff, or like what kind of package?
No, he said, I think, or it could be like a bomb. But I could put, or just
put something in a box.
Just put a box.
Yeah.
What Seth likes is packages.
Sure.
He
might
like a package.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, the point being that they haven't made a selection yet, and it's early days before they put the show into production. And then I thought, well, fuck, we'll just campaign for it. We'll campaign for a shot to do it. Do you know what I mean? We'll say, look, we'll just try and get Seth to come out and see us in New York. We'll put out this record, we'll tour, and we'll try and get all of the fans and the people that listen walk in the room to
bother him.
Not bother him, just support us trying to make this happen.
They're gonna bother him.
I mean, maybe they'll bug him a little bit. He's got a couple million fans. I'm sure he doesn't look at his ads.
So you're going to try and threaten your way in. Is how I'm hearing this.
I don't want to. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to threaten my way in, but if that motherfucker does, here's the thing. It's getting late for me, bro, and something's going to happen soon.
All right. Okay.
But it would be it would be the idea would be to just get him to come out and see us play. That's it. Just go to New York and showcase for him, or at least get a meeting with him and say, hey, look, we would love to, because we would be perfect for that. As a band, we'd be great at that. And it would be, what a fucking incredible... How would that be for a fucking job?
Oh, that'd be a good job, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Go to New York?
Yeah.
Play music?
Yeah.
In the afternoon, then go fucking home.
All right.
That's what we want to do. I think I don't know. It's just I feel like if you want something,
you got to fucking ask for it. Did you think I was going to be upset about this?
No.
You mentioned... Because you said before that you had something to say and that you thought I would have a reaction to it.
Well, I didn't know whether you would have a reaction to it, but I felt like I needed to say it. And I felt like I needed to put it out there in the universe. I thought maybe you would have... I have no idea what reaction...
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
It might not happen. What's kind of cool about it, though, is that because we've been shooting the documentary and we have been doing it, there now is a drive to get something done. There's a ticking clock and there's an outcome. And the outcome probably will be tragic. But in earnest, we're really going to try everything that we possibly can do to get Seth's attention and try and get this job.
I mean, does he have a family?
Who? The Seth Meyers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is he married?
I don't know. I need to do more research on Seth.
Because there could be kidnappings, there could be threats.
I mean, we could go Lindbergh baby on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever, did you hear about the Randy Monarchs Lindbergh baby thing that they did with Seth Meyers, where they took his son and but they didn't have the guts to cut any of his parts off, so they didn't actually do it.
Nobody cut parts off the Lindbergh baby?
Yeah, they sent back the finger or an ear or something.
Are you thinking of the Big Lebowski?
No, it's true. They sent didn't they send an ear or a finger?
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-hmm. Should we look it up?
Am I thinking of that? Am I thinking of the Hamburg baby?
I think you're out of your fucking mind.
No, I think they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So you think that they cut a part off the Lindbergh baby?
Didn't they send some part of the Lindbergh baby there?
I think...
The baby died, right?
Yeah, the baby died.
Where did they find the baby?
But as I recall, they found the baby in a field or something. The baby wasn't.
It's a bad kidnapping if you don't get a reward and then kill the baby. Kidnapping's bad. I guess I started with the wrong premise. I started with the premise that there's a good kind of kidnapping. It's all awful.
I'm sure there's good kidnapping.
Is there good kidnapping?
I know Patty Hearst went okay.
For her, right?
Yeah, I mean, she ended up robbing a bank and having whole fucking
Did you Google
time.
Lindbergh baby finger or Lindbergh baby ear?
No, because that could take forever if it's not real.
Right? It's real. Oh, well, Wikipedia's real. Wikipedia's gotten better, right? There's facts on there.
Okay, capture of the suspect, right? So they actually caught the guy. One tire print was found in the mud, right? So it's like an episode of Columbo at this point.
Or Fargo.
Caused by rainy weather conditions earlier that day. It's all very, very something.
I'm glad they explained mud to us.
They discovered 3 pieces of a ladder in a bush nearby. So he had done the Raising Arizona.
Gone
out the window.
Yeah, they called it the Raising Arizona then.
Fingerprint guy came. Oh, there was a note.
What'd the note say?
Spelling mistakes, number 1, and grammatical irregularities. Dear sir! Exclamation point.
First off, I love that he used
it's like you wrote it. It's dear sir! Exclamation point. Right off the bat, what the fuck are you doing?
But first off, I'm on meth! By the way, there was no meth then. And by the way, here's what I also like. Here's what I like about it, though, is the formality.
Yeah.
Even
after kidnapping a baby, it's not, hey, bro.
He knew that you addressed Lindbergh as sir.
Yes.
But I like the exclamation point. Like, this is happening now. Yeah. This is in real time when you wrote that exclamation point.
Have 50,000 ready, 25,000 in $20 bills, 15,000 in $10 bills.
Wait a minute, go back.
10,000 in $5 bills.
Go back to the first one, the first amount. How much?
50,000.
In what?
Just 50,000 ready, and then he breaks down in
what? But what's the first breakdown?
25,000
in
$20 bills.
Well, that can't be done. No, yes,
yeah, I can. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm not editing that out. You're a fucking moron. Did you...
I got.
How did $20 bills work for you? Can you turn 500 into 100? How does your 20 work?
I messed up.
Welcome to How Did $20 Bills Work? I'm your host, Dave Anthony. I'm talking to
$20 bills, y'all. Oh my God, that was a massive gaffe.
Yeah. After 2 to 4 days, we will inform you where to deliver the money. We warn you for making any public appearance or for notifying the police. The child is in gut care. G-U-T. Gut care.
Holy shit.
It's been placed in a cow. And it's being taken care.
It's gut care.
Indication for all letters are signature.
Good.
And 3 halts. That's not even a word. Okay, so
did he text that? Was that one like did he send?
Yeah, that was. Are those early autocorrect? Okay, so la. This went on for days, I think.
Yeah.
Then
no finger.
The ransom was raised to $70,000.
The
ransom money was
paid. Yeah.
Delivery truck driver William Allen pulled his truck to the side of the road, and he went to the grove of trees to relieve himself, and there he discovered the baby of the toddler.
Oh my God, how random is that?
So it was a dude taking a piss. That's really fucking crazy.
But of all the places a guy would pull over in the woods, he would pull over where the baby was.
The skull was badly fractured. The left leg and both hands were missing. Okay, so yeah. There you go, body parts.
Right.
The body had been chewed on by various animals. So far, the story's great. So far, it's just a good story. I mean, you want to talk about going positive?
We are taking this to a great place.
But it doesn't.
Jesus Christ!
It doesn't say that any body parts.
So they didn't.
Mailed.
Maybe I'm thinking of the Gettys.
Geddy Lee.
Yeah, I remember when somebody got lost a finger. I don't know.
It could be, but people.
Didn't Frank Sinatra Jr. get kidnapped at one point?
Did he?
I don't know. I like just making shit up.
Are you talking about Eric Estrada Jr.?
Oh my God, I don't know anything about that.
That's because it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay.
It's happening next week.
Holy shit. Yeah. We cannot talk about... Look, Dave, we can't talk about our kidnappings on here beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, so I think that you're misremembering, which wouldn't...
I'm not misremembering.
But coming from a guy who doesn't know how $20 bills work...
$20 bills, y'all.
What we discovered in the investigation of the Lindbergh baby is that you're a fucking moron. You don't understand.
I don't feel like we discovered that. I feel like we reaffirmed it. I feel like
this was a low for you.
Oh, no.
How $20 bills work?
Dog bills.
All right. I mean, I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so we checked it. I see nothing about any body parts being mailed. I think what you're thinking about is that you've seen movies. over the years.
I love movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've seen those. I don't know about the segment.
As a segment? I mean, what are you going to do? I think the Lindbergh Baby thing was pretty good. And I'm going to fucking take my band to New York.
I think that's the part that's sadder than the Lindbergh Baby.
It's... We are... The Reigning Monarchs wanting to be Seth Meyers' house band is the finger in an envelope of the segment.
Did you say fingering an envelope?
I'd like to finger your envelope.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Walking the Room. So, have you ever been to this place, Kids Space, in Pasadena?
Yeah.
So you took the girls there?
I think we were invited to a birthday party there.
Okay, we went to a birthday party there.
Yeah.
It wasn't... When you went to the birthday party there, was it outside or inside?
I think it was in the kids' space. Wasn't it inside? I can't remember. I know
The
it's
kids'
in
space is a
Pasadena.
big out... A lot of it outdoors, and then there's one room that you can have a birthday party indoors.
I only remember being in the indoor thing and talking to one of the Sklar's. That's all I remember.
So it's this big, like, place, and it's got, like... It's, like, science-oriented. There's, like, a big beehive that you can look in. There's, like, a fake anthole that kids can crawl through.
Great.
And there's all kinds of, like, bugs frozen in, like, shit so they can pick them up and look at them. And there's, like, a waterfall area up top in the outside place. There's a big tricycle racetrack. Mm-hmm. So it's just this giant place that kids can do a bunch of fucking shit.
Right.
So we get invited to a birthday party there. And I go with Finn. Heather's working. Now...
So you took Finn?
I did take him. My first thought was, you know what, I could probably handle this on my own. I know Sasha. She's a good kid.
Right. You can crawl, like, you kind of want to go, like, it'd be nice for you could just have a moment to go through the anthole.
Look, buddy, I've been in the anthole for 25 years. Because every kid that would come out of the anthole, I'd stand up top and I'd go, get your shit together, man, or you're going to end up like me. You know how long I've been in the anthole? And then they just run away.
It's so weird if you went into the anthole and found your career. Oh my God, this is where I put this. Holy shit.
So, I don't know if this happens other places. I bet it happens in New York. But I don't know if it happens anywhere else in the country. Birthday parties for kids are catered to for the adults too much.
In what way?
The spread for the adults...
Are you talking about the cocaine?
Yeah. And strippers... great steaks, though. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? So this is a party for 4-year-olds.
Right.
And the spread for adults is crazy.
Yeah.
It's just... Starbucks coffee, and there's bagels, and there's lox, and there's
so far I'm with you.
Cream cheese, and there's tomatoes, and strawberries, and grapes, and hummus, and it's just all for adults. And then for kids, there's like some dried apple things and some chewy strawberry stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Personally, I think it's fucking stupid. I think I make the party for the kids. The adult should be standing off to the side, watching the kids have fun. What this turns into is a bunch of adults hanging out, talking like they're at a party, and kids trying to have fun. Because all you can hear is the adults talking, and the lady comes in and puts on her headset to try and get all the kids to listen. The adults are just talking and having their own party so loudly that it's overpowering the lady with the fucking headphone. Mm-hmm. So the kids are kind of not gathering in a group. Mm-hmm. The parents are having a great fucking time. Everyone's just talking and hanging out. And I'm just watching. I'm like, well, there's zero emphasis on the kids here. This is an adults party with kids, and then the kids are doing something off to the side every once in a while. They can get them together, but they can't. But at the end of the day, the party was so much better set up for adults. And that's not the first time I've seen this in LA.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but we had True's third birthday party at the Palm. I just wanted her to know it's not about her. We just took the kid stuff out of it. We just took it right out. happy birthday. We're all going to the Ivy, and then I just invite a bunch of cool people.
I would get okay, coffee, sure. Have some coffee there. Have some fucking bagels. But when you have this giant table of food that's all for adults, and the kids are doing their own thing, and it was so fucking crazy. I was just watching it the whole time, and then this place is a really cool place. There's a lot of science, a lot of stuff for kids. But this party was fucking... What they did was horse... They brought in a lizard at one point. A big lizard from Australia.
Okay.
And the kids could touch it, and it was scaly, and that was cool. But that was the only thing they did. Like, it was supposed to be a superhero-themed party. There was no superhero anywhere of any kind, anything like that. And then
when you say big lizard from Australia, do you mean Charlie Clausen?
It was Charlie Clausen, and everyone got to touch him and touch his back. Dude, that dude, attractive but scaly.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So it's at this moment, and the woman, some kids are paying attention. I would say half. And they're all drawing at this table. And the woman pulls up this piece of butcher paper. And she goes, and I've got this. And it's a drawing she made of Batman about an hour earlier. I saw her doing it. It took her 5 minutes. It's just this shitty drawing of a Batman, but it's just like a character with the bat symbol on his chest.
Right.
And she puts it on the ground and she goes, hey, everybody can draw on this. And I was like, I want to be like, you guys aren't even fucking trying. And so the kids are just like scribbling on it. And I go, Finn, do you want to do that? And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, of course you don't. Who would want to do that? That's the worst thing I've ever seen. How much do these people pay for this? Try to do something. And then they did with the limbo thing where they put the pole up and the kids. And that was just, they literally were just running underneath it because it was so high. It was kids running underneath a stick.
I don't think you do a limbo stick with little kids. Maybe, I don't know.
4-year-olds. No, they don't have the physical ability to like bend back and do that stuff. They just walk under it, or they
their
don't.
spines are only like 3 vertebrae.
They have 3 vertebrae. So you watch all this shit go on, and I was like, this is the craziest thing. It's just weird.
Yeah.
So then the party ended, and when you go to a big place, you see how bad parents are. Now, one kid, when they were all lining up to see the lizard, there was this kid that looked like he was out of Young Bully casting. Oh, like he had like a gray, like a gray shirt on, jeans, a buzz cut, and he had that like sweaty face with like reddish eyes. Like he looked like he'd come out of a bar, and he's 4, and he rolled out of a bar, and he's like, "Who wants some of this shit? Who wants some of the business?
Yeah, who wants to take some of this shit? You want to go downtown?"
And Finn's a sweet kid.
Yeah.
So Finn's standing in line, and the kid walks up, and I don't hear what is said, but he goes 3 words, and then Finn walks to the end of the line, and the kid takes his place.
Come on.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well that's Finn shit to deal with. That's not me to get involved.
Right.
But I'm like, well, that kid's a punk.
He's a punk.
He's a punk.
Yeah.
So whatever. Finn gets to touch the lizard. It takes longer, but that's, whatever. That's your own battle. You're going to have to fucking deal with on your own time. Like, that's not for me to go over there and go, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
What's your fucking deal, yo?
But to Finn.
Yeah, so that
Yeah. Embarrass him in front of everybody.
Right. So then the party ends, and then you can go run around the place. So we go out, and there's a tricycle track. Or not, yeah, I guess it's like, they're like big tricycles, like the ones big kids, those kinds that are schools and stuff. So it's like a big tricycle. And all the kids are riding them. And Finn gets on, he's riding. And then the fucking dickhead kid comes out.
Awesome.
And I'm watching him, and he first orders another kid off his tricycle, which the kid does. And then he takes the tricycle, and then he starts yelling, faster, at all the other kids. And you're not supposed to go fast. And then he is slamming his bike into the back of kids to
get them to move.
Yeah,
to like
kids who can barely ride a tricycle.
Right. This is on the tricycle track, by the way.
And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And then I look over, and his dad's like, yeah, go. And I'm like, oh. The dad's just a fucking piece of shit.
Holy fuck,
like
dude.
Just a total piece of shit. Like you look at him and you're going, oh, this is the guy who's raising a fucking wife beater.
No.
An abuser of all kinds,
or just a young studio executive. I mean,
Or an agent. He could be an agent. Right?
Yeah, I feel like a studio executive. I feel like a guy that makes decisions and tells everybody how it's going to be. And yeah.
There's a lot of displays of bad parenting on.
It's different. It's got to be different with boys. You don't see that much with girls. With girls, there isn't. I mean, I'm mostly around girls, and I'm mostly around, there's some acting out, and there's some. It's different. It's a whole different thing.
It's an internal terrorism with girls.
They're
very
right.
They're very
that's
brutal.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
There's and there's the they learn the gossipy, like they learn the right. They learn the sort of
hurt with
social
words.
Stuff, which is great because Shrew doesn't she just doesn't.
Well, but they also have the vaginas, so they need to
I'm sorry?
learn. Girls have the vaginas, so
I'm
when
sorry.
they get older and they start using them with boys, they need to know the art of terrorism.
Oh my God! So things went well for you. You really have a fairly good relationship with women. That's a solid.
So this is the best. So there's a kid. So there's a little kid trike area.
Yeah.
And there's cones between the big kid.
Yeah.
And the little kids are supposed to ride over there, and they're not supposed to go in the big kid area. So this one kid is watching the big kids, and he's like, I want to be a part of that. So he takes his trike and he puts it over the cones, and he gets on it, he starts riding. And the woman who's in charge runs over and goes, I'm sorry, you can't be here. You have to be in there. This is for the bigger guys. Puts him back. And then the kid does it again. And she goes over and she moves him back one more time and says the same thing. And then the kid is moving his trike over the cones a third time. And she turns around to an older couple who also have two other big kids there. They're clearly grandparents. Yeah. And she goes, Is he with you? And the grandfather goes, Yeah, he's with us. He's got a bit of an accent. Yeah, he's us. She goes, well, he's not allowed to. It's okay. No, he's actually not allowed. It's against it. It's okay. And she goes, no, he can't. No, it's okay. He do.
Really?
Yeah. And I go,
why isn't that guy my agent? No, it's okay. He's going to be on the show. Look, Greg actually didn't audition for. No, it's good. He's going to be good. He's going to be on the show.
Greg on Modern Family.
He's going to be on. No, he said Myers, you'll be fine. He's going to be banned.
Greg on Modern Family now. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
He go to your show.
You take the band? No, man. It's not really our thing. No, you take the band. It's good. They're already playing.
He's there.
He
likes Seth. Seth, Greg, good.
They're good. Seth doesn't know who Greg is. No, he's good. He likes him. He's good.
He's good.
Don't worry about it. Fuck, that's so crazy.
So I turn to the guy and I go, no, it's not okay. If my kid hits your kid and hurts your kid, my kid's going to feel bad. So it's not okay. Your kid is riding around. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't even know where the fucking track is. He's just riding straight through shit. He's going to get clocked. And the kid who clocks him is going to be upset. So it's not okay.
So what? Oh my God.
And then he goes, okay. And then he goes over and fucking because he's one of those fucking Eastern Bloc macho dudes who doesn't listen to women. Because it was a woman telling him. He was like, no. It was crazy, straight up, old school. I live in a fucking mud hut or a fucking cabin I built from sweat and boys. And I get to tell people whatever they fucking want.
Wait a minute. First off, let's all take a moment and visualize a cabin made of sweat and boys, please. We need to imagine a cabin made of sweat and boys where people live inside and eat broken ramen prison meals. That's fantastic. So he just literally only responded to you because you have a sack.
Yeah, that was so fucking apparent. As soon as I turned and confronted him.
Okay.
Men say bad. Okay, I get it.
This woman, when she's talking.
The woman, the flapping of the face and the horn making noise. No. It was like his instinctive reaction was to just say no to women. It was just to go, no woman shut. The face hole is making noise.
No, he's not.
You not talk to me. I make cabin out of boys in sweat. You don't look at me or talk to me.
That's
It
insane,
was
dude.
fucking crazy. And then as soon as I said it,
In a cabin made of boys and sweat. In a cabin made of boys and sweat. I mean, a cabin made of boys and sweat is... That may be our new... Like, we should just abandon Walking the Room and start... and just, like, abandon it and go across the street and build In a cabin made of boys and sweat. Because that is sort of what we are, is a cabin made of boys and sweat. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, there is... I mean, that's a guy that's dying out. Like, that's a dinosaur.
Is he?
Yeah.
In other countries, is he dying out?
You know,
It's dying out here.
I want to say something. You know, we talked about that rape culture thing the other day when we were talking about women, and I was saying, in the old days, shit happened and there was no voice. The one thing that is absolutely true now is that there are waves of truth whipping through. The internet is also good at, like, one person can do something and thousands of people can respond, and change will eventually happen. You know what I mean? And I think on this idea of rape not being a cool topic for anybody or whatever, blah, 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 women are at least being heard in a way that they've never been heard before. And I think that dude is doomed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think that dude is
Well,
doomed.
he'll be driven underground to talk rape with his rape friends.
Well, it'll be in the basement of the cabin made of sweat and boys.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know there was a basement.
There's certainly a basement and an attic. There's any place where there could be some kind of a murder. There'll be. Yeah. There will definitely be. There will definitely be.
All right.
That's insane. This Tuesday, man, just come out and see us do an incredible. Look, let's not play the game anymore that we used to play. When we do a live podcast, it's better than anything that's ever happened. So come to that. Support.
Yeah, come on Tuesday. It'll be nice not to lose money because we do have to rent the space.
We do. It'd be great to not lose money. It'd also be great.
We only need 500 people there to break even.
So just get bodies there. It's only $10, by the way, which is almost not money anymore, and doesn't add up apparently to $250,000.
Right.
Sincerely, the one thing I would love to do most with the next part of my life is to be in the house band on a fucking talk show. So to be the band leader and. So
people know that's the end of the podcast if that happens?
No, it won't be the end of the podcast.
Sure will. You'll be moving to New York.
If you think this is really going to happen, you're living in a dream world made of sweat and boys.
This is your dream world that I just jumped into. I'm not. I'm just saying if it happens, everyone should know it's the end of the podcast.
How do you not come to New York with me?
Fuck that. Jesus Christ. I don't want to live in New York
What
again.
if you became the head writer of this?
I was good. No, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. That is never going to happen.
Well, I think a lot of things aren't going to happen.
Look at me.
Okay, got it.
It's never going to happen.
What if that's a stipulation of our deal? What if Seth can't live without the band? And I said, well, you got to make Dave the head writer. He's like, I'm going to do it, dude. I don't know you and your dumb surf band 50-year-old man with a mohawk, but I'd certainly like to take your tired old friend and slap him in the head writer's position.
Oh, my wife would love to live in New York. I could not.
I'd do it.
I couldn't live there again.
I would do it.
It's a brutal, dehumanizing place.
It would be better if you had a cool job.
Yeah, but it's still a brutal, dehumanizing place. I too many people in one small location.
Yeah, God, though. It would be great to
I don't like the idea I don't want to live in a prison.
I like the idea of having a job where I can do all the things I like in one fucking space.
So you're going to be masturbating there?
And wearing a sweater.
Okay. Oh, God.
I have dates. I'll give them on the next show because they're not soon and there aren't many of them. And then we have a show in New York on in June 27th. Yeah, you got to come out for that.
And then I fly to Chicago and open for Drew that weekend. I'm doing some Drew dates, but as I said before, I'm opening, so honestly, I'm just going to go up and do this new stuff I'm working on. I'm not even going to.
So definitely don't come. I'm glad we mentioned it.
I wouldn't. If you were opening and doing 10 minutes, would you tell people to go?
If I was in a place where people from Walking the Room hadn't seen me and I could see them.
It's like a $50 ticket. It's
I know, but
really expensive.
I know, but is it really?
Yeah, it's Drew Carey. It's like they fucking crank up the rates.
Jack White was only $35.
Jack White is not the star of 3 television shows.
True. That's very, very true. That's true. Queens of the Stone Age are $75 a pop.
Are they?
Yeah. Ticket prices are high.
I think that's too. And then you're paying another $25 or $30 for
steep.
Ticketmaster.
That's steep, isn't it? For
yeah,
Queens
that's
of the
way
Stone
too
Age?
much for Queens of the Stone Age. I don't even understand that. I didn't think that they were big enough. I laughed when the Stones like gave out cheap tickets and they were $80. I was like, fuck you. Hey, go talk to Prince about what a cheap ticket is. If you drop your price down because you haven't sold out to $80 and you think that's cool, fuck off.
You can, when you're the Rolling Stones, you can, if you charged everybody fucking $20, you could make money.
Yeah, and
At the Staples Center, couldn't you?
They didn't sell out because the tickets were like hundreds of dollars. The highest price one was like $700, and then the cheapest was like $300.
That good.
That I disagree with. But they actually...
Are you serious? You think that seeing the Rolling Stones right now...
Here's the deal. I talked to someone who's working with Mick. Mick has been, for the first time in his career, working on his voice, taking lessons, doing all the shit. Same thing with everyone in the band has been working on their shit, and apparently it was the best show they've done in ages.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go.
I mean, I like to hear that, but I know they were going to they were thinking of getting rid of Keith.
Well, they didn't.
They were thinking about it.
Well, wouldn't you?
No.
The guy can. The guy's.
I would just plop him on the bottom of that. I'd just throw him out on the stage like a rug.
Well, he backstage in the writer. This is how the shows start. They go, hey, it's time. Someone get Mick, and someone picks up a ball, and they throw it into a tub in the corner, and the ball lands in the tub, and then Mick rises out of the liquid heroin, and he climbs out, and he just goes on stage and plays. And then after the show, he goes back and just climbs back into the tub.
You mean Keith?
Keith.
Yeah.
I said Mick. Yeah, Keith.
Yeah, you mean Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's just a ball of liquid heroin?
Well, that's where he exists now. He just lives in a tub of heroin.
Glitter done.
Glitter done. Keith.
Yeah.
I meant Keith.
You meant Keith.